So yeah, we can just talk about your thoughts on this bill passing the Senate. So, now, I guess that this would also pertain to like spray tanning as well, right? Because it would be the salons.
That we don't know. So
Yeah.
the hardest part is that they haven't communicated anything to us.
Yeah.
It's not like, Joyce Woodhouse, went up and said, hey, can't we talk to tanning salon owners about this? What we can do to possibly have a resolution. Everything just happens, and it just happens.
Right.
We're the
Didn't
last
even
to
know
know.
that it was going on.
I knew about it, but it's still the same thing that goes back to, you go, everything they blame the tanning salons, you go, we have all of our stuff in place because of state law already.
Yeah.
You go, we tan, we're not allowed to tan anybody under the age of 18 without parental consent. We have it on our consent forms.
Yeah.
When a person comes in, I don't allow, technically it's down to the age of 14 by state law. I don't allow anybody under the age of 16. The reason why is that we have family members, or shall we say, we have, say, a mother come in with her daughter and her girlfriend. Well, the mother's going, well, yeah, she's my daughter. Well, no, she's not, because I know your daughters.
Right.
And they're trying to dupe us, and I'm like, well, I need a form of ID from both the parent and the other individual. Well, I want a Nevada state ID, whether it's a driver's license or a state ID, to prove it side by side that you live at the same residence. Yes, we could have different names because of divorced parents, but I want that to be known, that we take the precautions. We don't do everyday tanning. We don't do all this stuff.
Yeah.
So a lot of it, it's not boiling it down to the tanning salons. It can be contributed back to the parents, because for spray tanning, I've had it, moms ask us, young as 8 years old, if not younger, to spray tan. I'm sorry, that's morally not right to me.
Right.
So
there's a lot of issues with it, I guess. All right. You all set, folks?
Yep.
All right. So yeah, you know the drill. Just look up to me. Forget this camera's here. If you can just say this by your first and last name for us in case they use it again in the morning.
okay, it's Roy Coronado, ROY CORONADO.
All right, and you're the owner.
Correct.
Tan Las Vegas. All right, so just tell me, your thoughts on the Senate passing this bill that would prohibit people under the age of 18 from coming into a tanning salon.
Truthfully, I don't believe the Senate should be dictating whether or not a 18 or under should be tanning in a tanning salon, because it's now big government telling us what we can or can't do. It's saying that, next thing they're going to say is that we can't tan outside. Are they going to put a tan tax outside? What are we going to be able to do? When is it going to stop? But realistically, is it going to hurt my own business? No, because I don't cater to the 18 and under, shall we say.
Do you see a lot of people who might come in requesting that kind of service, though, for under 18, or that's just something that you don't need to see?
We don't see it ourselves that much. There may be other salons where they're located that, they're closer to the high school. We are close to Coronado High School, but I don't have a lot of the individuals coming in and asking for UV tanning.
Right. And so, what are your thoughts as this moves forward? Because obviously it has to still be passed by the Assembly, but you were talking about how you just had very little information from them on this.
Well, it would be nice if they communicate some things, because the thing is that when you go and look at any study, you go, if they would have came to us and asked us, hey, we're concerned about underage tanning, what can we do about it? Well, the thing is that you need to control some of the other aspects of it, whether it's doctor's offices doing UV treatment, whether it's you go to the gym where it's uncontrolled, you go to other tanning salons that are unmanned. What are you going to do about those in comparison to the other salons to make sure that these underage tanners are not tanning?
Do you think that tanning salons are being unfairly treated by this?
Yes, they are. Because the thing is that you go, when the Healthcare Reform Act was enacted, this was strictly hit onto tanning salons. It wasn't hit, it was excluded from doctor's offices for the same UV rays that treats psoriasis and eczema. I also have young individuals that come in for acne purposes. But if you go into the doctor's office, it's not taxed. It's also not taxed in gyms. It's not taxed for home bed use. So they're not regulating a lot of it because, you don't know what they are doing at a home. They could be tanning multiple times in a day.
And if you are outside, you can still get the same risk of skin cancer as you would be inside.
The risk of skin cancer is a huge study. Any study that you bring up dealing with skin cancer of tanning indoors can be debunked. The reason and only reason why is there's no way to tell whether or not that person got skin cancer from outdoors or indoors, because the moment you walk outside, any study is debunked.
Because the sun.
Exactly.
So, what do you plan to do moving forward? Are you planning to join in the fight against it?
The thing is that we don't have a big say. Essentially, after everything's said and done, the Senate, the state, they have pretty much the final say. What we're going to be able to do is going to be little. We don't have enough lobbying power within our state, let alone the federal, against the federal government. So it's very hard for us to go, as a small business owner, to take, get everybody together. And it's going to cost, hundreds of thousands of dollars to lobby against this. A lot of it, we don't have the money to do it.
And you think that parents should have the right to, if they want to have their 13, 14, 15-year-old child have a tan, that they should have that right to do that?
They're the parent. They have the final say. You go. Once they turn 18, that individual is now an adult. But until then, that is that parent's responsibility. That individual is that parent's responsibility. Up until 18, if that parent wants them to go ahead and tan, whether it's UV spray or outdoors, so be it.
Is there anything else you want to add, Dr. Commission?